This proves to us that the Quran cannot be from God. Why? Because if this is the Torah, and this is the book of God, and God, he is ordering that the one who disrespects his parents should be put to death. And that mentioned in the Bible in many places, which means this is an extreme order of God. There's no way God, he will tolerate such a thing. How come we cannot find such a thing in the Quran? In the Quran it says, don't say uff for them, like don't say I don't want to do this, you know. But there's no punishment in the Quran, neither a punishment in the Hadith of somebody beating or insulting their parents. In fact, your prophet, he did the opposite, and he insulted his parents. And based on the statement, if you're a prophet, he said, if we compare it to Matthew 15, your prophet, he is a very bad person, and he should put to death based on the Torah and based on the gospel too. As you see here, Jesus agreeing with it. But this is a child of his parents, not a child, he's a kid, 7 years old. I am a child of my parent, but I'm not a teenage. I'm not 10 years old. But if we go to what Muhammad he said about his parents, you will see that Muhammad here proved to us that he cannot be following the same God of Moses, because the God of Moses, he have an extreme penalty for insulting parents, while Muhammad extremely he insulted his parents. Muhammad, he used to go around and he say with no shame that those who don't believe in Allah are najis. And this is in the Quran. If you go in the Quran, you will find, and by the way, talking about the children, the white children, you will see the Quran, all of it call all the Jews Bani Israel, the children of Israel. But are they really children? This is your stupid understanding, because you are just a silly person who's trying to make a point out of nothing. Loser. So the Quran used the word children, and they are not the children, but because they are the children of Israel. So after many generations, still the word children is used. But look what Muhammad did. Muhammad, when he said that al-mushrikuna najis, najis, okay, he just called his parents filthy. This is chapter 9, verse number 28. Muhammad, he said, the mushrikeen, the polytheist, the pagan, the idolatrous, etc. And by the way, he is one of them. He is a polytheist, he is a pagan, he kisses black stones, and he bowed down to the 3 daughters of Allah, and he said their intercession is a must. So he is the one, he's talking about himself actually. And then those who don't believe in Allah, etc., they are najis. Najis means filthy, nothing can wash them. And those are the parents of Muhammad. This is why Muhammad, he says, my father and your father are going to go to hell. Why? Because Muhammad keeps saying that his father and his mother are filthy najis. Muhammad is born out of a najis woman. Muhammad is born out of a sperm of a filthy man. Muhammad saying that, not me. وَإِنَّمَا الْمُشْرِكُونَ نَجِسٌ. So here we notice that Muhammad cannot be a person who is coming from the same God, the God of Abraham, the God of Moses, and the teaching of Jesus. For Muhammad, he have no problem to insult his parents and to call them najis. Not only he said they will go to hell because they don't believe, and here I find it very funny, why they will go to hell if there is no messenger came to them. Isn't it the Quran says, I will not send anyone unless I send you a warner first? Who is the warner to them? If the Muhammad they say Abraham was there, we will laugh, because the Quran says clearly that Muhammad is the first warner, and no warner come before him to Mecca. And here you see that this dumb Muhammad, he say things which none of them make sense, and thank God he don't keep, he never keep his mouth shut. And the more the more he talk, the more he do poo-poo. As you see here in the Quran, it says it clearly, as an example, chapter 34, verse number 44, that we never sent we never gave them a book, and we never sent them before you any warner. And then the Sayyid Muhammad, he says that Abraham was there, Ishmael was there, I mean everybody was there. And then we find that Muhammad saying he is the first warner ever who came to the Arabian Peninsula. He is the first warner who have a book, and they never have a book. Remember, Abraham have a book. According to the Quran, Abraham have a book. According to the stupid Quran, Abraham have a book. If you go in the Quran, you will say it says Suhafu Ibrahim or Suhafu Musa. You know, so how you say Abraham was there and Abraham have books, and then we find that no warner came to them and no books was given to them. Chapter 87, verse number 19. The scriptures of Abraham and the scriptures of Moses. And by the way, translation of scriptures is not really correct, because it's a suhaf, which means it's written on a tablet, like the tablet of Moses. So here you notice how Muhammad, he get himself busted. In one hand, he claimed that he is a person who belonged to Ishmael, and Ishmael, he was in Mecca, and Ishmael was a messenger and was a prophet, and Abraham was there. And then he says in the Quran, no messenger before me came to them, and Allah told him that. In the same time, the Quran says clearly that Allah will not punish anyone unless he send a warner. So why the father of Muhammad and the mother of Muhammad, they will go to hell? What is the name of the messenger came to them? If you say Ibrahim, we just prove to you from this verse that Ibrahim was not there, and this was a fraud in the Quran. Because if Ibrahim was there, they have a warner before you. Not only Ibrahim, they have even the son of Abraham, supposedly Ishmael. So obviously, this is a stupid lie made by Muhammad, and this person, he kept contradicting himself. One who talk about Muhammad that he followed the law of Moses. This is the law of Moses. How come Muhammad never mentioned anything about penalty? What is the penalty of rape in the law of Muhammad? Nothing. What is the punishment of beating your parents in the law of Muhammad? Nothing. Cursing your parents? Nothing. Insulting your parents? Nothing. Why? When the Quran says وَإِنَّمَا الْمُشْرِكُونَ نَجِسٌ, as we showed you before, Muhammad, he confirmed that he is born of a filthy family. He is born of a filthy family, while the Quran confirmed that Jesus is pure and he was born from the pure Mary. So comparing what Muhammad described his parents with and how he described the mother of Jesus, you will see here Muhammad, he knew that he have no honor to be proud about. He knew that he is a son of a big pagan family, and he knew, as he called him himself, not me, he called him filthy, impure, najis. And if a Muslim, he says the word najis is not really that bad, what about you? Then you say to him, you are najis, and you will see his reaction. Just tell him you are najis. Let us see how much he will love it. So the word najis is an extreme insult to anyone, and as you see, Muhammad, he confirmed that his parents are, both of them, a bunch of filthy people. So Muhammad, he never respected his parents. Muhammad, he acknowledged his parents are filthy, and they are impure, and they are people of hell, and they are pagan, and acknowledged in the same time that Jesus himself, as we see in the Quran in chapter 19, verse number 19, where it says that Jesus is the Holy Son. And then we ask ourselves, what makes Jesus holy, and Holy Son of who? Is that because he is Holy Son of God? Otherwise, no holy save God. A person cannot be holy. A person nowhere to be close to be holy, unless he is someone special, that is God. So when the Quran come with this statement, and the statement is so clear about Jesus, we find that Jesus coming from a pure mother, the best of women between mankind, and then we find that Jesus, he is the Holy Son, and he is a gift of God. So you notice here the huge difference between the filthy Muhammad family and the holy family of Jesus, based on the Quran words. And the Holy Son is born of what? Holy what? Where is the holiness coming from? Remember, the Quran says clearly that Muhammad is a big time sinner, and maybe Allah, even Allah, he says, may Allah forgive your sin, Muhammad, the sin in the future and the sin in the past. Now the Muhammadan here, sometime in translation they say, they take the word sin, they say fault, but the fact in Arabic it says dhanb, and the word dhanb is so clear, it is sin. So even Muhammad he himself acknowledged that he is a filthy person, that Allah may forgive his sin. And here it's very funny, if Allah is the one who's talking, how Allah he says, may Allah forgive your sin. How stupid this statement is. If I am God and I am talking to say, may God forgive your sin, Muhammad. Who are you then? Obviously this is a verse made by Muhammad, and he knew how filthy he is, so he is wishing that the God, the true God, not Allah, he will forgive his sin before he sent him to hell and burn him for eternity. Call me right now. Call me right now. Call me right now. Call me.